Hey, what's up, Warrior Tribe? This is Adam with Warrior Tribe Tactical. Last week I did a review on the Springfield SOCOM 16, one of the guns I'm in love with, and I left you with a little teaser that I was going to be doing a video on the Smith and Wesson 1911 E-Series. Well, got it right here, guys. Got it right here. Beautiful gun. I've been shooting her for a little while today. I got about 300 rounds through her, and like to tell you, no malfunctions, no problems with her. Great shooter. 45 ACP. You know, it's fun. I shoot a lot of 9, so it's always good to get out and shoot a thumper, right? So I'm gonna go over this a little bit with you, and you know, maybe something you want to put in your hands, something you want to go buy. A nostalgic gun, 1911, been around for a long time, used by the military, police, and you know, now it's a lot of collectors using it. So let's go over some of the stuff that she has. So like we said, 45 ACP chambered in, right? Stainless. So this one is stainless steel, slide barrel. Okay, you can get them in black, and you also can get them with a light rail on the gun. And I forget what model that is, but I believe it's still in the E-Series. Me, if I'm getting a 1911, I kind of want it to look like an original old school 1911, and this one did the job, right? Some of the things about it, so weighs 40 ounces, okay? When loaded with a full magazine, 230 grain ball ammo, it's coming in at 45.8 ounces, all right? So a little heft to her, which is good if you know, you like shooting a 45. So 5-inch barrel on there, and overall length is 8.7 inches. All right. The front and rear serrations on it, some people don't like. I really do dig them. They're kind of a fish scale serrations, very aggressive, so easy to get a good grip and hold either side, right? So if your hands are sweaty, if the gun's wet, you'll have no problem racking that slide. All right. Also has top serrations in it, just to give it a nice little elegant look, you know, with kind of a rugged grip look. So moving to the grips, they are laminate and nice. They have a nice design in them. They have a little checkering inside them, but it's kind of a smooth checkering, so there's not much grip action going on there. But when you go to the rear and front of the grip, it's very nice checkering, very good gripping, a little aggressive, so your hands will stay on them. So if it was wet or you're sweating, you can keep a good positive grip on the weapon itself. The trigger is rounded, and it has a little dugout area right here, which I really like. It's a very comfortable hole, so your middle finger gets right in there, okay, and you get good, again, positive grip on the gun. So Smith and Wesson is making the gun very comfortable to hold, okay. The grips, like I said, are laminate, and they're just nice. So I thought they were wood at first, but you know, looking at them, they are laminate. I don't know if it's a coating, if it was wood and coating. I need to check that out. The safety is nice, easy to maneuver, easy to use, and it's kind of a low profile safety. If you look at it when it rides down here, it kind of sets a little lower, which is very comfortable when you're gripping the gun. All right. The grip itself is an 18-inch angle, staying with the, you know, 1911 style. The trigger is a skeletonized trigger. All right. So you can see there, skeletonized trigger, and it's got a 5 to a 5.5 pound pull. Very comfortable. There's no creep in this gun, and you know, no slack. Very crisp trigger. Let me see if I can get it on here. So, okay, got the grip, and this weapon is clear, obviously. So I just start the pull. Let's go right here. So I hit the wall right away. Nice little pull. And you know, it feels like it could be less than 5, this one. So you know, you can get it checked. It also has the skeletonized hammer, okay, right here, which also has serrations cut into the top of it. So that's an easy thumb pull with that, right? Nice little touch. Grip safety right back here, just like most 1911s. So as soon as you purchase the gun and you get a good grip, you know that grip safety is engaged or disengaged. The external extractor, which is right here. I've read some people's reviews and they don't like it. I don't know. It doesn't bother me at all. It's been working. It's functioning fine. Like I said, no malfunctions out of this guy. No misfeeds, no stovepipes, anything. And I put 300 rounds through it. Brand new gun. All right. The sights are Novak sights, and they're 3-dot sights with tritium placements in them. All right, very nice sights. You see the back is a little narrower. I believe like Ruger and all them, theirs are a little bit spaced out, but Smith and Wesson went a little narrower with theirs, and they're fine. Easy to hit targets, easy to pick up targets through them. So I have no complaints there. And it's nice having those tritium sights. Easy to find. It does have one thing that I don't know, kind of irked me a bit, and that was the goofball label. Can you read that? It's right there. So if you can't read it, I'll read it to you. It says, "Caution, capable of firing with magazine removed." I get it. It's new age, so you got to put things on everything. You got to put warnings on everything. But you know, that'd be nice if that wasn't there, I think. But overall, not a game changer. Let's see, where were we? The release is nice and easy. So empty mag. So the magazine release, right out. Okay, so right there, shoots out itself. You don't have to pull. Okay, pretty easy to do. It's in a good position. You don't even, on this one, I haven't even had to press it all the way down. So I'm going about halfway down. It's just a little release and it drops the mag. Okay, is that enough? Is that enough? One more. Okay, so the mag release is good. Comes with a full-length guide rod. And as a new 1911 guy, I'm trying to figure out a little bit more why that's an issue with some people. It's not an issue with me. I'm enjoying this gun. So if that wouldn't be an issue with you, Smith & Wesson, here you go. Now the gun is stiff, it's tight. So someone maybe with a little arthritis or you know, just can't get that strong grip anymore, it might be a little hard to rack the slide at first, maybe till it's broken. So a trick you can do, I don't know, you know, drop that hammer, then slide it, makes it a little easier. So with that hammer back, goes back pretty good. With the hammer forward, it's a little more, you gotta put a little more energy into it. So something to think about. It's a little trick you can do. Like I said, the gun has a crisp trigger. It is adjustable. I don't believe I'm gonna change anything on the trigger. I don't think it needs any adjustments. It's just fine. Like I said, there's not hardly any take up and there's zero creep in this trigger. So I'm very happy with it. The ejection port has a, what do they call that? A combat profile. So it's a little lower in the front, if you can see that. So, you know, it's pretty neat, I guess. You know, gun, you want to kind of have a combat feel to it. So it's lowered in the front, and then another thing I really like about it, that, you know, when looking at the Ruger and stuff like those guys, the bushing, the barrel protruded from the bushing of just a little bit. This one's flush, and I really like the way that looks. So kind of adds to the elegance of the gun, kind of to the style of the gun. So I gotta tell you, I'm very happy with this gun so far. And like I said, I did a little shooting, so you're gonna see some of that. Very accurate, easy to control, no problems. So what this little baby comes with. So she will come with 2 8-round magazines, all right, and the Smith and Wesson blue box, and then a bushing wrench or tool, so you can, you know, take her down. I was gonna take it apart, but you know, I don't want to get hit in the eye by the spring on YouTube, so maybe save that for another date. It is a little more complex than your average Glock or SIG, but it's not hard. It comes with directions. You know, follow them and you'll be fine. But let me get something here and look at this. So when I was shooting the gun, and I'll do another shoot here in a second, but when I was shooting Federal 45 ACP, 230 grain, and you know, like I said, 0 malfunctions, no stovepipes, anything. Just ran great. The cost of the Smith and Wesson 1911 E series is anywhere from $1,000 to $1,200. Okay, from what I'm seeing. Great thing about it is a resale value. If you keep her in pretty good condition, clean, you can get 850 bucks for her. I don't know why you'd sell her. I mean, she's pretty, she's nice, she's fun to shoot. Like I said, I have 300 rounds to her, and I got a little crush. So that's something to think about. So it's not the top end of the price spectrum, and it's definitely not the low end of the price spectrum. So I think she's sitting in a little that medium upper crust level of expense. So something to look at if you're looking at spending up to $1,000, $1,200. You might want to look at her. It's a very good gun. So the pros with her, she's a great shooter, feels natural. Okay, the grip is great. I really like it. I love the look of the gun. I love what Smith and Wesson did with it. The tritium inserts are awesome, and I really like the serrations. So even if you hear people saying they don't like them, I don't know, I would try them out before you make a decision off of what someone else says. So go put one in your hand and try that out. It's a classic piece, you know, like I was saying earlier. Something I always wanted, something you always stare at, and you know, it's Smith and Wesson stayed with that. I think with that look, that era. I think it's great that they did that. Just the feel of her, I love it. The trigger is amazing. I know a lot of 1911 triggers are good, and I felt a lot of them, but this one's very good. I think they did a great job. Like I said, there's no slack, there's no creep, and 5-pound trigger pull, but it's easy trigger pull, and it's a good quick reset too. So your second shot is pretty fast. Great range, and you know, showpiece. You want to take this out to the range, or you know, have it to show your friends and family, whatever. It's a great piece to have, especially for gun enthusiasts that you know. They'll probably want to check it out and hold it and probably shoot it. Just make them bring their own ammo, right? And the 1911 is still very relevant, I think. You could still carry this. If you think it's too heavy, you might want to check your holster. I mean, a good holster will mitigate the weight of this. So if you are looking to carry this and you know, you're thinking it's too too beefy, too heavy, take a look at different holsters. You might have to put some more money into a good holster so you can get a good carry on it. Cons. For me, that caution notice. You know, like I said, it's not a game changer, it's not a deal breaker, but it's kind of goofy, I think. Maybe the price, but you know, for $1,000 or $1,000 to $1,200, I don't think you can beat this. Just the quality of the gun so far that I've seen, the look, the performance of her, it's just great. I think the price point's perfect for it. But it could be a con for some people. Maybe the weight, but like I said, you can mitigate it with a good holster and a good belt. And maybe the capacity. And now these days I can see capacity because this is 8+1, but you know, in like your Glock 19, let's say, you know, that's what, 15+1, so that's 16 rounds, which is, let's say, better for defending yourself and your family or some innocent bystander, because you know, it's our job to protect. Now, the functionality of this girl, like I said earlier and throughout this video, she's been flawless. I said 300 plus minus 5 or 6, shooting the Federal 45 ACP 230 grain. I've had 0 problems, and that was shooting 2 hands, weak hand, strong hand, no issues with it. So Smith and Wesson 1911 E-Series, go put one in your hands, guys, and try one out for yourself. If you're in the market for a 1911, you know, a lot of people don't think Smith and Wesson in 1911, but she's a performer, and she's nice. Go put one in your hands. Remember, we provide purpose, direction, and motivation. You can check us out on Instagram and Facebook at Warrior Tribe Tactical. Go look at our training dates and anything that we're doing on warriortribetactical.com. Hey, come out and see us. Thanks for watching, guys. Alright, so this is what, about 10 yards? Smith and Wesson 1911 E-Series. Good shooter. All right, right and left. Weak, strong.